Alright, what's going on, y'all, man? It's good to be back. We are back with another video. I know I've been gone for 2 weeks, but honestly, I just wanted to wait, till get closer to the playoff. Wanted to see how the playoff race, shape up, how the season, the West and East shape up, and a week left. I want to talk about all NBA teams. So let's get started. So let's start with the first team, all NBA. Alright, so for my first team, if you guys didn't know, they list them like you can be listed as a forward, center. So, for example, Embiid and Jokic are considered forwards and centers. So, more flexibility for all NBA teams, which I like. So, with that being said, my first team, all NBA squad is not the garbage. This is I got Stephen Curry and Luka. Probably them two have been the best two guards. Throughout the season. They've been most available throughout the season. So at the forward spot, I have Giannis. Then at the forward/center spot, I had Joel Embiid and Jokic. Man, the two been the best two bigs, the best two players, this season. And I'm glad they made it more flexible because I thought Embiid and Jokic deserved to be first team All NBA. Also, I know it's been a huge debate on who's the MVP. People trying to make conversations with Chris Paul. He's having an incredible season. Giannis been having a real good season. And then Embiid and Jokic. But in my opinion, Jokic is the MVP based off of availability. I don't think he missed a game this season. Been incredible. Although to give some respect, Joel Embiid, he will be my MVP. He just missed 18 games. But he definitely, in my opinion, be number 2 in the MVP ballot. And then the rest of the top 5. I got Chris Paul, Giannis, and Steph. That's my top 5 MVP candidates. When we left in the season. Now let's get to the second team. Alright, so for my second team, at the guard spot I had Chris Paul, Dame. Then at the forwards spot I had Kawhi, Julius Randle, and my center, and Rudy Gobert. So Chris Paul, like I said, having an incredible season. Just based on the impact he had this season, we done Chris Paul things. The fact that this team they make it playoffs, now they have an opportunity to be the best, have the best record in the NBA. That's just to show you how much impact Chris Paul has. Granted, I will say this though. I'm one to believe that Phoenix would have made a playoff team regardless of Chris Paul on this team based off the way it was descending. Even on the bubble. Last season they started off very good. And a lot of people don't talk about this, but DeAndre Ayton had 25 games suspension. Not really, affected Phoenix. And then towards, before the shutdown, Phoenix was ascending again, and then they showed how good they were in the bubble. So I believe that they was going to ascend no matter what. Now I'm not saying they would have been top 2 seed in the West, but I think they've been fighting for that 6, 7, 8 seed. And then Dame continued to be incredible for this Portland team. Once again, this team had to deal with a lot of injuries. And he's been that steady rock for this team. So Dame definitely deserves a second team. I think we believe him and Chris Paul are a lot at the second team. And then forwards position, Kawhi Leonard. I know he missed, around 15 games. He's come back for a sore foot, but Kawhi Leonard from the games he played, he's been Kawhi-like, very steady, very good, very efficient. Got this Clipper team 3rd seed in the West, so very good season for Kawhi. Once again, he's quietly had a very good season. And then probably the most shocking to a lot of people, especially if you're not a diehard NBA fan like myself, or watches a lot of games like myself, but Julius Randle has been fantastic, man. In my opinion, the most improved player as well. The fact that the Knicks are 4th seed, nobody, including myself, expected this team to be a playoff team. But the fact that they're top 4 seed in the East show you how much impact Julius Randle had. And then you gotta give credit to Coach Till as well. But best player driving force behind all this is Julius Randle. Didn't have very good season last year. I know the numbers show that he had a good season, but he didn't make no impact last year. But this year he's making a huge impact, becoming much better passer, improve a 3-point shot, much more efficient. So Julius Randle having an incredible season. He definitely deserves an All-NBA spot. And then our second team, I know a lot of people don't really like Rudy Gobert. Not the flashiest offensive player. He got flaws. He's limited both offensively and guarding out of perimeter defensively. But the fact that he's such a great rim protector, very good team defender, and he just does the job on the offensive end. Man, catch live screen setting, and it's the fact that he anchored the defense. Man, he's just the best team defender big in the league, in my opinion. So definitely deserves a second team All-NBA spot. Alright, let's get to my third team now. I believe the third team has the most debate because this let me be quite honest, this list is very hard to make, very tough to make, but here's my third team. So at the guard position I had Kyrie Irving, Bradley Beal, and at the guard forward position Paul George, I believe it's to be they would just either make it at the guard or forward. I believe Paul George is set that forward position. I know a lot of people don't like Paul George. A lot of people like make jokes, make fun of Paul George, but Paul George is having a revenge season. I know a lot of people say that no matter what he does in playoffs, in the regular season, they try and wait and see what he does in playoffs. Most important thing, what he doing in the playoffs, and I am to agree, understand that point, but don't take away what type of season he's having so far. But I do believe that Paul George will come around the playoffs. But like I said, you can't take the fact that this man has been having an incredible regular season, and then from the time Kawhi was out, this man was playing real good ball. Had a real good streak of 30+ games, having a career high shooting percentage and a career high 3-point percentage, and then he having close to like a 90% shooting, this season. So he having close to 50-40-90 season, and he having the best and his playmaking has been the best, best has the best throughout his career. So Paul George having a great season, and Jason Tatum. Boston not having the best of season, but a lot of that has to do the fact that they lost a lot of pieces. They lost Gordon Hayward, they lost Ice, and then a lot of it had to do with Tatum was in COVID protocol for a while. Jaylen Brown been out with injury. Kemba Walker hasn't been healthy up until last month or so. Marcus Smart missed a lot of time, so the team I deal with a lot of injuries in this. I haven't had an opportunity to play together a lot. So, but Jason Tatum has been their best player. He's been their rock, and he's been very good. And then this is probably my toughest pick because at first, originally I had Bam Adebayo at the spot, but the fact that way that Zion has been performing the offensive end, he's been the force in the paint, and the best player in the paint this season, extremely efficient in the paint. I do believe he's having an All-NBA type season, so I'm not mad if people choose like either Bam or Zion. I was 50-50 on this, but it's the fact that Zion is having this type of season with the personnel, the structure and personnel that don't really fit him. It's been very impressive, man. So now I also have an all SNUBS team. So here's my All-NBA snub, and this is where these are the players I already thought had a case to make third team, man. So Russell Westbrook, I know he didn't have a good start to the season, but the way he's been performing since the All-Star break has been incredible. The way he's carried his team, him and Bradley Beal, triple-double threat every single night. It's tied Big O for the most triple-doubles of all time. And I know a lot of people criticize Westbrook for his style of play, the fact that he don't really work well with the stars, but one thing you can't take away from Russell Westbrook is how hard he plays. He gives it 110% each and every night. Now, I've watched a whole bunch of basketball in my life, but this is, at least the last 20 years, where this is the most hard, this player is the hardest playing player that I've ever seen. I never see a player like him give it 110%, have this much energy, and just give it all, give it his all each and every night. It's a blessing to see, man. Yeah, Westbrook, had his faults. Yeah, Westbrook had his struggles in the playoffs. But a lot of people taking what he's doing for granted. And a lot of people didn't think that the Big O, that people going to see a triple-double be a triple-double threat like Big O. But Russell Westbrook has been doing that. And it's great to see, man. I'm not taking what he's doing for granted. I don't think a lot of people would be taking what he's doing for granted. Alright, so the other guard spot, Donovan Mitchell. Whew. This one I know a lot of people are not gonna like. A lot of people believe that Donovan Mitchell's been third team. Like I said, he's a legit case for him being third team, especially with them having the best record in the league. But the main reason for me having him on the All-NBA snub team is the fact that he's been out with this ankle injury. I think him getting hurt at that time has a lot to do with it. But Donovan Mitchell has been having a very good season. Obviously, with the fact they got the best record in the league right now. And he's been their best player. He's their go-to scorer. He makes it happen on the offensive end. And he's really the key to this team going far in the playoffs. He is the guy. He's the go-to guy. Next up, a lot of people know that Devin Booker is my guy. This one hurts as well because he also had a very good case, but I had him at my All-NBA snub. It was between him and Bradley Beal. If I'm going to be honest, him and Bradley Beal, neck and neck. The fact that Phoenix is only a game behind for having the best record in the NBA, number 2 seed in the West. Devin Booker may have a 25. A lot of people say that Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul is the most important player. He's the most impactful player, but I think at this stage of their career, I really do think Devin Booker is their best player, and this team goes that Devin Booker goes. Even Chris Paul said that himself. So it was very tough me having Devin Booker on the All-NBA snub team, but it just shows you how talented the guard position is, how talented the NBA is, and how many incredible seasons all V guards that ahead of him has had. Next up, Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine, I know a lot of people not really diehard NBA fans. Chicago's my hometown team, so I have an opportunity to watch Zach LaVine a lot, and it's been absolutely incredible. I know the Bulls not in the playoffs right now. A lot of that has to do with him missing time doing being the protocol and the COVID protocol. He missed a lot of time due to that, which I think hurt his chances of being an All-NBA, All-NBA team. Now, if he didn't miss no time due to COVID being the COVID protocol, I think he have a legit case of being All-NBA team. But the fact that their team not winning, he missed time, is a big reason why he's not an All-NBA team, in my opinion. And then the last but not least, Bam Adebayo. Like I said, doing all third team All-NBA squad, it's really between Zion and Bam. At first, I had Bam at the third team, but Bam did miss time as well. Miami been struggling up and down. A lot of it has to do with big players missing time, like Bam, Jimmy, Dragic, Tyler Hero. So it's been an up and down season for Miami. But as of late, they have been streaking a little bit, and a lot of it has to do with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, being on the court, more consistently, and they really playing very well. So I really don't have a problem if you guys have Bam or Zion, not the third team Miami squad. Also, I almost forgot to point this out, but people don't talk about the impact of Bam. In my opinion, Bam is, besides Joel Embiid, is the best two-way center in the NBA. Bam can do everything. He's a very good defender. He protects the rim. He can guard 1 through 5. I think he's the best big guard 1 through 5s. He can guard on the perimeter. And what he does in the offensive end, the fact that he's a very good passer, one of the best passing bigs. Mid-range has improved a whole bunch, and he's a force in that paint. So I think Bam is a prototypical big, in today's NBA and future NBA. He's a perfect big. So I just want to give a lot of props to Bam, and he definitely deserves to be, if not in the All-NBA team, he definitely deserves a good mention to be in the All-NBA squad. And then, last but not least, let's talk about my Mr. Me Game squad. I wanted to say this in the beginning of the video. The reason why it's obvious that these players, I don't have these players in the All-NBA squad, because they missed me game. James Harden, in my opinion, before he got, he missed a lot of times, time due to his hamstring injury. In my opinion, he had a legit case to be MVP. Like, he's been that valuable and that important for Brooklyn. I know he had a rocky start, and I didn't like the way he left Houston. But ever since he arrived in Brooklyn, he has been the most important player. The fact that he changed his style to be a playmaker, It's been the best thing happened to the Brooklyn team. That's where I want him to be, and they embraced that since he got there. I think that's been the best move for this Brooklyn squad. Next up, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler also missed 2 games, but the fact from the games he played, he's been the most impactful player. He's been incredible. He definitely would have been an all-star if he missed a lot of games. In my opinion, he would have been an all-NBA squad based off his impact and what he does with the Miami Heat squad. This is a completely different team when he plays, and then when you do play this Miami squad, have been top 1 in the East. A lot of people don't talk about that, but if Jimmy Butler and Bam don't miss a lot of time, this team easily be a top 4 seed in the East. Last but not least, not last but not least, but next up, Kevin Durant. Obviously, Kevin Durant has come back looking like the same Kevin Durant. So impressed that he's been this good as quickly from that serious Achilles injury. I'm glad to see Kevin Durant back in the NBA. It's better for the NBA to see Kevin Durant playing back at this high level. He just missed 3 games. I believe he only played about 30 games. But with the games he's been there, Brooklyn obviously top 2 seed in the East, and they've been the best team in the East. Next up, LeBron James. This is probably a lot of people are going to be having problems with, but this man missed over 25 games. He's going to end up missing 30 games by the end of the season. So, LeBron James obviously has been the best player in the league for the last decade, and then as of right now, when healthy, he's still in the conversation for the best player in the league. Although he has not been the best player in the league this season due to health. Main thing with LeBron main thing is getting healthy for the playoffs. I know he don't care about MVPs and all that stuff. Main point of his career is getting championships. So only with LeBron on the All-NBA team is because he missed 3 games. And then Anthony Davis. Now this is a player I want to talk about a little bit about. The all missing 3 games squad. This is a hot take, but a lot of this is due to injury. But even for he just haven't. In my opinion, this has not been a very good season from an Anthony Davis standpoint. Averaging 22 and 8, not shooting very well from the field, struggling from the free throw line, not really been good from 3, even being consistent. A lot of that due to the fact that he's been injured, he's been banged up, and a lot of people don't talk about this, but this Lakers team has had the shortest turnaround in NBA history. Like, they only have 2.5 months, 71 days since they won the championship to the next NBA season. Never have a short playoff like that before. And you can tell based off the way AD, this Lakers team, Brian, they hasn't been looking like the typical Anthony Davis and typical Lakers squad. But due to him not looking like himself, even before he suffered his Achilles injury, he wasn't having a good season. And I thought he should have been an all-star due to the fact that he hasn't been up to his standards. I thought there's a lot more better forwards who deserve that spot over him, even though it ended up having an injury replacement over him. I thought those players who replaced him should have been over him, based off the fact that he wasn't having a typical Anthony Davis season, due to the fact that he hasn't been healthy this season. But now, last couple of games, he's been looking more and more like the old Anthony Davis, and that's good to see. And that's a very welcome sight from the Lakers fan base. So the main thing with Anthony Davis, the main thing with that Lakers squad is just getting healthy, getting ready for playoffs, so they can go for another deep run and potentially in a championship. But things not looking good for that Lakers squad. That's for a whole nother video. I just want to talk about my All-NBA team. So I'm gonna end the video right there, man. Let me know in the comments who are your All-NBA squad. Do you guys agree with this list? Let me know who you changed. Who would you change in this my list? Who would you take out? Who you add in? And just let me know in the comment section, man. That being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be on the lookout next week for another video. I'm gonna have one more video before the playoffs. Let's talk about the playoff seeding, my predictions in the playoffs, the state of each team, who do I feel good about, who I don't feel good about. So that'll be a video for next week. But with that, like I said, it's good to be back. The reason why I took this 2 week break because I just wanted to wait to get close to the playoffs. There wasn't a lot to talk about at that point in the season. But I'm back now, ready for the playoffs. The playoffs is almost here. I'm excited. So I'm gonna end the video there. That being said, I hope you guys have a good night. I'll catch you guys next week, man. Peace out.